Hi there, Ben at Skillish People here, giving practical and philosophical ideas about how to live a skillish life well lived. Today's topic is don't waste. It is largely inspired by my mum, who is the least wasteful person on earth, raised during the rationing just after the war. It's incredible what she will not waste. It's almost a compulsion for her sometimes, but she is the number one skillish person when it comes to that. Your time and your attention are the most valuable commodities that you have, so don't waste them on negative people, negative inputs, and negative self-talk. Doesn't do you any good at all. Don't waste your time scrolling rubbish stuff. YouTube and the internet, fantastic resource for information and learning, but the 20-second scrolling finger flapping thing like this will very quickly use up your time and attention, and also take away your attention span, which is something that we all need to maintain and use to our benefits. Don't waste food. So we all waste a lot of food. Food goes into landfill, which should have been used and should have been eaten. So check the best before dates and always get the longest one. Don't buy too much stuff so that whatever you do buy doesn't go off before you have a chance to use it. Try to do bulk meals, so if you get a packet of mince and you make a bolognese, you can freeze little individual portions for future meals. You'd be amazed by what my mum freezes and sticks into her freezer in little reusable packaging. She's very good at it. It's incredible almost, but it is still something that we massively take the mickey out of her for. Don't waste water. I live in Ireland, where there's an abundance of water, even though it doesn't look like it at the moment. But there's places all over the world where water is very hard to come by, and as a result, none of us should really waste it. We shouldn't take it for granted, that's for sure. So just use a trickle of water if you are washing your vegetables and fruit and getting your toothbrush wet, or if you're putting it on top of a small burn. Turn off the tap when you're doing the washing up, and when you're doing your teeth. 2 minutes of teeth brushing, you could waste a hell of a lot of water if the tap is just running that whole time. Learn your flush of your toilet. My ones, if you just press the button down a tiny bit, then only a little bit of water comes out, which is perfect for washing away a bit of pee. Another one of my mum's favourite phrases growing up was, if it's yellow, leave it mellow, and if it's brown, flush it down, which is quite an okay thing to go by if you're trying to save water. However, at Skillish People, we will never insist that you don't flush a stinking asparagus pea, and we also won't insist that you do flush a massive stinking turd, if that's how you are inclined. However, you won't be welcome to come around my house anytime for a crap anytime soon. Use a bucket when you're doing the washing up. It's a good way of saving water as well. Don't waste electricity. Every bit of electricity costs the planet in fuel resources, and it costs your household in money. Loads of the machines and equipment and devices around the house just have a constant trickle of energy going through them. So starting off just by turning off lights in rooms where nobody is, and then learn and work out ways that you can also turn off other devices just to save yourselves a bit of electricity and a bit of money. Don't waste bog paper. Bog paper is something that we in the West use a lot. All over the world there's different ways of dealing with that, but here our way is just wipe your bum and stick it in the bog, which is quite an unusual way to do it. If you use way too much paper, you risk blocking the loos, and you risk the danger of the water slowly rising up towards the rim, which is a terrifying sight for anyone to behold. If you get through it too quickly as well, you risk using it all up and having to do the waddle of shame down the corridor to wherever your family stores piles or rolls of bog paper. So if you don't want to get caught by your in-laws or by your kids' friends doing that, then use less, and also keep spare rolls next to you in the loop. The Skillish way is to use 3 squares at a time. If you fold 3 squares back on each other, it looks something like that. That will generally catch nearly everything that you've got to deal with. First time round, maybe you've done that. Second time round, you can do that, fold it in half, go again, fold it in half, go again, and you can get 3 wipes out of 3 squares of bog roll. That's how I recommend doing it. Doing that, you will save yourselves a bit of money for your household, and you'll also save a few trees over the course of a lifetime. Don't waste money and future landfill space on cheap plastic crap. So much of what we get in the world today is cheap plastic crap, and at some point it ends up in landfill or it ends up floating in a river somewhere. It's horrible stuff. So try to buy stuff that's going to last you, ideally not made out of plastic, and ideally the best quality that's available to you and that's affordable. I am a big sucker for Instagram adverts. They know exactly what I want and when I want it. And in the past, I've bought myself some real rubbish off there. But I've tried to train myself to wait until I am totally obsessed by what they're sending me. And if it's got good reviews and I become obsessed and I think I can't live without it, then I will get it. But you have to be prepared that whatever it is you're buying might turn out to be crap. It might turn out to be completely different than you expect it to be. It might even turn out to be about this big when you were expecting something big. So, yeah, think carefully before trusting the adverts on the internet. Same thing goes with my children. So, since I started thinking of this topic, I have been collecting some of the cheap plastic crap that they have bought themselves or been given. And I got a whole box full here of just absolute rubbish. This isn't everything, this is just part of it. But, you know, all of this now is going to have to go in the bin. It can't be recycled and is going to have to go to landfill, unfortunately. So when you're buying presents for your kids or anyone else's kids, don't just buy cheap plastic crap. Buy something that's going to be used for creative purposes and that sort of thing. One of the best presents I ever got was this, which is a metal tankard. Got it for my 21st from the Wrights, my second family. I use it all the time. It keeps water cold, it keeps beer cold. It's got my name on it so nobody else takes it. I've been using it for 30 years and I think I'll keep using it for the rest of my life, hopefully. So get some of these instead of plastic cups, much better. So there we are. Don't waste. Don't waste your time and attention. Don't waste food, water, electricity, bog roll, money, and many more things. Try to be a bit more like my mum. Waste not is the Skillish way. Thank you very much. Hope that you would like and subscribe on here. Follow me on Instagram. And if you're interested in hearing a bit more about when the book is ready, then please leave your email at skillishpeople.com and we will inform you when that happens. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.